This is the most magical fall plant. You're gonna wanna add it into your garden. This is a Chinese lantern, and this is why it is one of my favorites in the fall. Do you see those little lanterns? So all summer long, it gets this nice green foliage, and it just grows these like kind of tall spikes, and it puts on these really small white flowers. The plant itself is not very amazing or cool looking throughout the rest of the year, but then come fall you get these really cool lanterns. Now here's the thing, once they turn orange you want to go and cut the stalks, and I'll show you what to do with them, but initially this is what they look like, and they just are kind of camouflaged in with the plant, and they're green, but the longer that they stay on the plant and mature, then they become these nice orange lanterns, and I love to dry them, and then you can actually save them from year to year. Once your Chinese lanterns have turned the orange color that you want, cut the stalk as long as possible. I actually cut it all the way down to the ground because the plant is going to have to get cut back in the fall anyways. So you're actually doing a little bit of fall prep for the garden when you harvest the Chinese lanterns. Then what I do is I take off all of the leaves and I prep them to dry them. Now you could simply put these in a vase just like this, and the leaves would stay alive for quite a few days. But what I've found is that the longer that they're in the vase, they tend to start drooping and fading, and then they don't dry as well. So I've had the best success when I clean the stems all the way up, and then I actually put them down in our cellar and I dry them down here because it's cool and it's dark. Now here's the thing to remember about drying any kind of flower, and the lantern is just another kind of flower, is that the more sunlight that it gets, the more faded the color will be. And so you can see some of these Chinese lanterns that we have up, they're from a few seasons ago, and they've gotten a bit of sunshine on them, and they have lost some of that orange color, which is why I love getting fresh ones each year from the garden. So plant them in the springtime, and next fall you will have these growing too.